3, 4. Hey there, Stash Wyslouch here. Welcome to part 2 of Improvising on Slipstream by Bela Fleck. Today I want to focus on just what I call the B section. These improvisation strategies that we're going to talk about today on Slipstream presuppose that you can already play the melody and the chords really convincingly and have already tried playing solos just using the melody. So nice melodic variation based solos. The melody is so beautiful and so nice and logical on this tune that until you have a good grasp on that, it's not worth diving into these other, maybe more abstract concepts to make your own melodies kind of jazz style against the form of this tune. It's just 5 bars. The melody goes like this: 1, 2, 3. And the chords go like this: da bo dee bo do G to the F to the E minor resolves to F. A couple of things are interesting. 1, these are nice chord changes. 2, it's a 5-bar phrase. You really want to make sure you have that timing in your head. And I want to give you 2 strategies that you could practice for improvising. 1, make up melodies in the first 3 bars and then land on that beat 1 of the 4th bar, right on that F chord, on either an F, A, or C note, one of the 3 chord tones. Pick a scale and flow within it. What scale? Well, let's figure it out. Is there a scale that encompasses all 3 of these chords as notes? A G, F, and E minor? Just do the math. G has a G, B, and D note. F has an F, A, and C note. E has an E, G, and B note. What scale has all these notes in it? That's right, the C major scale. So just practice flowing in the C major zone for 3 bars and then landing on a target note. Option 1, land on an F. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't quite make it to the F that time, but you get the point. Experiment with that and just isolate 5 bars while you're practicing. Strategy number 2, much more difficult, but maybe a long-term aim. Practice really outlining the chords. Now, I want to use pentatonic scales to outline these chords. So for the G major, I want to use G major pentatonic. For the F major, I want to use F major pentatonic. For the E minor, I want to use E minor pentatonic, which, while that has the same notes as the G major pentatonic, it still helps me to be able to visualize everything from an E minor zone as opposed to a G major zone. Why pentatonic? Well, it's a nice musical structure that really implies the tonal center that you're in. So if I'm playing G major pentatonic against a G chord, it sounds very G-like and very pleasant and gives you a lot of nice vocabulary to draw on. Couple of notes in between, that slide up to the 3rd. We can even slide up to the 5th. A lot of times, this is some of the first musical vocabulary people get into their fingers, is this pentatonic vocabulary, especially as guitar players. So that's another reason why I think it's a cool thing to access to hit these chord changes. So I could just put on my trusty strum machine.
1, 2, 3.
Mess around with quarter notes. Just do that for 15 minutes a day for a week. See what happens. Now, if you're not comfortable with these scales, maybe you just need to practice one zone of that. Do that same exact thing and just ascend and descend. And as you're ascending or descending, switch the scale as the chord changes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Going up a G major pentatonic, F major, E minor, back to F major, G major, F major, E minor pentatonic, F major. You've got to attack this at whatever level you're at musically. So if you're already familiar with scales, maybe you can move around the neck. If you've never really messed around with this kind of thing, you might have to go really slow, maybe even playing just half notes, 2 notes per chord, to really start to see as these nice consonant pentatonic structures shift around as the chord changes. The strategy within that second strategy could be to make just short little phrases per chord using those notes. So for example, a 4 to 6 note phrase in G major pentatonic, 4 to 6 note phrase in F major pentatonic, 4 to 6 notes phrase in E minor pentatonic. 1, 2, 3, 4. So slowly, over the course of these quick tips, I'm trying to give you an idea of when we look at a tune and decide we can spend a lot of time with it. One of the most worthwhile ways to practice is to take small chunks of it, 4 to 5 bar sections, maybe even just 1 to 2 bar sections, and really master it, really get inside how the tune is actually working and really specific strategies. Because if you go in depth on one of these strategies and really figure out the workings of it, good chances you'll be able to apply that same information to other tunes also. Please make sure to become a patron on my Patreon page to support the making of these online lessons. If you'd like to sign up for private lessons, just send me an email. Thank you so much.